It is said that you create your own reality. You may be questioning yourself. How is that even possible? Hopefully, today's story will give you a better understanding of how this concept really works. Hello, hello, hello. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am the host, Kimbaley. I am here to help you elevate your consciousness, to help you become a better person than you were yesterday, and to become a better person tomorrow than you are today. Thank you so much for joining in today. Thank you for everyone that you've invited to come in as well. And thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. The God in me loves the God in you. Today, I'm going to travel back to one of my favorite childhood memories to help you understand the concept of you creating your own reality. But before we get into that, let's hear our Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Monday, February the 17th. The sun is in Aquarius. The moon is in Libra, moving into Scorpio at 7:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's an 11 universal month, a 5 universal week, a 1 universal day. You happen to be in the best position during this 24-hour cycle to take the lead when it comes to all money and business matters today that affects you personally. So, if you find yourself with the kind of mindset as to what is the next step in the area of your life, and in light of today's economic situations and uncertainty, it makes all the sense in the world. Take an honest and realistic assessment of your present situation as to what steps you need to take moving forward. Leo, Aquarius, Aries, as well as those born on the 1st, 4th, 10th, 13th, 19th, 22nd, 28th, and the 31st of the month are the best ones to approach today when it comes to thinking outside of the box. Once again, that is our Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. You can get that app by downloading it at the App Store or on Google Play. You can also go to a star 8, ASTAR, the number 8.com, and you can go to Linktree/numbers and you. And while you're there, take advantage of some of the classes and workshops and readings that are being offered there. Also, check out the website, Kimbaley.com, KIMBALEY.com, to get your Astro-Numerology reports or consultations. Now, let's get into this story. It's so amazing how things have evolved over the years. I have to admit, and I'm sure that you probably do too, there are a lot of modern day conveniences, things that we didn't think about years ago, such as having a telephone. Now everybody has a telephone with them all the time, whereas back when I was growing up, you were lucky to have a home phone where I lived at. So it's amazing to see how technology has changed so much over the years. Now, as I said, some of these things are convenient and makes life easier for us. However, there are still some things that I kind of like the old way of doing those things. One of those things for me was the way we used to watch movies. Now you go to a nice theater, you can go in and have your popcorn and go sit down in the warmth and watch the movie. But it hasn't always been like that. I remember the days of the drive-in movies, and actually, those were some fun times. I actually miss those times. I remember the very last drive-in movie that we went to. It was the movie Mad Max with Tina Turner in it. So you can imagine how long ago that was. But I just want to lay it all out and let you know how the drive-in movie was. Now, I will say that is kind of similar to the way we watch movies today, but a little different. First of all, you had to actually drive into a parking lot. And in order to get into this lot, you had to pay for your tickets right in the entrance of the driveway. You would then drive on into the parking lot, and it wasn't like a cement parking lot or paved parking lot. It was just you were on the grass. And you drove around until you found a spot that you wanted to park at. And you would face this huge movie screen. And when you pulled all the way up into the parking space, to the left of the car and to the right of the car, you would see speaker boxes, and you would take these speakers and you would put them right on your window so that you can hear the movie as it played. Now, everybody was facing this big movie screen. Directly behind the parking lot, there was a booth, and in that booth, that's where the attendant was projecting the movie from. It was just like how the attendant is inside of the theater today, only that this person was outside. Don't get it twisted. There were concession stands too, and you would have to actually get out of your car and go up to the concession stands and pick out whatever you wanted, your popcorn or your drinks, and you get back. And that was my favorite part because the popcorn was so delicious and buttery, and the drink went right along with it. So we would sit in the car, eat our snacks, and wait for the movie to begin. Then that's when the attendant began to roll the footage. And we would sit there and we would watch this big movie screen while we're listening through these speakers that are coming in the car from outside. And it was so fun. When it was warm, some people actually would sit on the cars or stand outside and watch the movies. It was just a fun time. You didn't have to worry about anybody's phones going off or anybody talking on the phone during the movie because everyone was in their own little space. But these moments, they were sort of magical for me as a child. It seemed magic because it made me wonder, how could one person in that tiny box could create a vision that was so huge that seemed so real that everybody could enjoy. For that 2 hours, everything on that screen seemed so real. But here's the thing. You don't have to be at one of those movies, whether it's a drive-in or even an indoor theater, to experience that screen. What that screen symbolizes is your life. It symbolizes your reality. Everything around you, everything that's happening in your life is like a movie playing out on that screen. But if your life and the reality that you live in is that screen, and you are the attendant that is in the box, you are the one making the projection on the screen that is known as the reality of your life. You will hear many times, especially when you are listening to people talk about manifesting your desires, how important it is to have a healthy mindset, to monitor your thoughts, your feelings, what you say, the information that you're taking in from the universe, to mind your energy, because your mind takes everything that you're focused on and it creates a projection. And that projection plays out on the movie screen of your life. And I'll say it again, otherwise known as your reality. So when you look around, a lot of things that you see are direct results of your thoughts, your emotions, the energy that you're putting out into the universe. So, in essence, you are creating your reality through the projection of your mind. I know that there are some people that may be like, no, that is not me. These things are happening to me, but I'm not focused on those things. You don't necessarily have to know that you're being focused on something in order to be focused on it. Sometimes there are some programs that run so deep that you don't even know that they're there. Sometimes you can have a limiting belief and not even be aware that that belief is causing a limitation because it's something that you have believed in for so long. Some of the things that we need to pay attention to are some of the things that we believe in, because sometimes you may be believing something because somebody else told you that it was right. And in fact, it may not be true to you, or it may not be beneficial for your growth. So it's important for you to make sure that you tap into yourself, to pay attention to those things that are not easily revealed about yourself. Step one is awareness. Once you know that there are limitations, you can work to fix those limitations. And instead of just leaving it there, I'm going to tell you that one way you can fix those limitations is by proving those limitations to be false. Because a lot of times, a lot of the beliefs that we have can easily be proved wrong. So let's just say that you're past that point of awareness where you already know that you are projecting things that you don't want to create in your reality. And it's at this point that you're working on those things. What next? Well, if I was the driver and I was going to that drive-in movie and I found out that they weren't playing Mad Max, I would have kindly departed and came back later when they were playing what I wanted to see. So, what that simply means is stop playing the story in your mind that you do not want to create in your reality. One more time. Stop playing the story in your mind that you do not want to create as your reality. Now that we know how this works, you can flip it. All you have to do is focus on the things that align with what you want to create in your life. Keep your focus on those things. This is not to say that you will never be distracted, you will never be frustrated, you will never have to wait and be patient. This is saying stay the course. No matter what happens in your life, no matter what it seems like on the outside, you continue to play the movie that you want to show up in your reality. Plain and simple. That's how you do it. Now you know that you create your reality. And not only that, if you're not creating the reality that you want at this point in your life, you now know how to adjust it so that you can begin to create the reality that you want to see in your life. Whenever you hear that you create your reality, know for a fact that that is true, because your mind is a projector. What goes on in the mind affects the body and affects the physical reality. So make sure that you're playing the movie you want to see to manifest the results that you want to have. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.